star say, JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. What you on talking at the day? At the night part. JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. JASL, JASL, JASL after dark. What you on talking at the day? At the night part.
All right, good night and welcome to JASL After Dark on the Bridge 99 FM. Thank you for joining us, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls 18 years and older. I want to tell you thanks for tuning in. I'm your host, Calvin, and for those familiar with the show, know it's normally just streamed on at JASL Info on Instagram and Jamaica AIDS Support for Life on Facebook. But for this season, season 9, we'll be right here on the Bridge 99 FM every Wednesday night at 9 p.m. I also have with me my co-host, Sade.
Hi, hello, how you doing?
What's
This
happening?
is your girl, Sade Buckridge, CEO of Very Secrets Limited. How are you?
I'm good, I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm excited about tonight's show. We also have with us Jerome, and for those of us who have been watching the show from seasons past, you know, Jerome would have been one of our hosts in the past. So Jerome is with us tonight. Jerome, what going on?
I'm good. But they are foreign now.
You don't want to switch places?
Not at all. These are run, so my run left all out now. But I'm still here. I'm still tuning into JASL After Dark. The last season, let me just say, was absolutely amazing. Bad mind, it take me when my son talked to Mackerel, the Angel, Dr. Carpenter. It was an amazing season last time around, and I decided that I can't let you guys have all these conversations and all these fun, and I'm not a part of it. Also, JASL and After Dark is one of the things that keep me connected to Jamaica, so I definitely wanted to be a part of this season because I'm in cold Massachusetts. I think in the words of Auntie Dan, I'm going to say Massachusetts, but a lot of snow. So you really and truly can't go outside and enjoy it that much unless it's the summer, so I'm still adjusting to that. So I'm just here and really ready to have a great conversation with you guys tonight. And I mean, you know me, I enjoy talking about sex, I enjoy having sex.
Oh my, here we go. Oh yeah, here we go. It's okay, Jerome.
I'm ready for it.
You're ready for it. All right, so I mean, it has been a whole week since we last saw each other. Did anything exciting happen? Like, what was the highlight of the past week for you, Calvin?
Let me see the highlight.
Uh-huh.
What was the highlight?
I don't know. I want to know. I want to find out.
It wasn't really an interesting week. Let's just say I guess in preparation for tonight's show, I had let's just say I had a meal on top of my car, but yeah. But
okay.
Yeah, we're Hi, Sashana. Welcome to our show tonight.
Good night.
That one
How
had
are you
me.
feeling?
I'm feeling good.
All right. Make sure you're hearing it clearly in the mic.
Okay.
So speak up in the mic.
So we have two great guests lined up in studio tonight, and one of them is here on set. That's Sashana, Gabe Teaser.
Right.
Who is
Teaser.
the progressive OnlyFans model or star. Yes, we also have Dr. Philip Coombs, and he will be with us on set in a little while. So they'll be with us for the entire night. So welcome to JASL After Dark.
Welcome, my love. How are you?
I'm doing fine.
How do you feel?
Thank you. I feel good.
You feel
Nice.
good?
Nice to
Okay.
have you with us tonight.
So tonight we're discussing the topic X-rated convos. Is the adult industry a risky one? Definitely something that you should stay tuned, and we want our listeners to stay tuned for the entire night and follow us on Instagram. For those who are just tuning in, this is JASL After Dark, brought to you by Jamaica AIDS Support for Life. You can follow us on all social media platforms, and we are here for a interesting conversation. But before we get into the conversation, we want to get tonight's hot pot. Yeah, we are gonna discuss the hot pot topic for tonight.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna want something juicy to eat. Are we in the pot?
It's time for Hot Pot.
Hot pot.
Hot pot.
Hot Pot.
No, sir. This catching at.
Hot Pot.
All right, there's always something interesting and even controversial. So Sashana, We want you to dip in the pot tonight
Lord God.
and take out. All right, read it for us.
Okay. Okay. Do you have a problem if your partner watches porn without you?
Let's talk. What do you have to say? I want to hear your views.
I don't think I would really have a problem if my partner watch it without me. I don't think I would have an issue with that.
You won't? Okay.
You feel jealous, like say, are you him fear look pan?
No, sir. I like when a man can explore, so him can do him thing, man.
How about
Whatever
you,
problem with
Calvin?
it.
Yeah, I agree with Sasha. And I don't have a problem with that either. Yeah, I don't have a problem. That's fine because I feel like I could do that myself as well. So
Yeah.
so me can't feel a way if me I do it myself.
I don't know. It depends on my mood.
I don't think I would have.
So, overall, on a broader spectrum, I don't have a problem. You know, if you want to watch porn to do your thing, you know, I'm fine with you wanting to explore mutual curiosities, knowing new things so we can experience different things. That's good. But, I don't know, sometimes I feel like more you can tell me, make it be a part of like a local foreplay moment in a sense.
Okay.
Let me know what you watch and what get you off. And you know, it's good too because I can learn you as my partner in that way. You know, just for that aspect of it. But overall, I think I'm alright in a way. I'm not insecure or jealous, but I like that you have to watch porn and get to know two things. Even though
Okay.
when it's a fun night, in a sense, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Makes
So
sense.
you don't feel like it's cheating in some way if you're doing porn?
Hell no. Listen,
I don't-
I will take that over you going to somebody. Well, I'm not gonna mind that part either. Okay, you can go to somebody and let me know, but I'll take that. It's safer.
It's safer.
It's way safer. It's safer
so
for me.
we're finding out all kinds of risky business tonight. Jerome, you want to chime in? What do you think?
The first part of what Shade said, so in terms of the reason behind it or motive, so if my day a foreign and we're just not in the same location any at all, yeah man, do your thing, enjoy yourself. But I think sometimes you're just gonna work and your partner is left at home alone type of thing. I feel some sort of way about that. 'Cause my thing is that generally when persons watch porn, they do it to get off, right? So my issue with that is that when me come home, you're tired, you really and truly, when me I get a what left, I'm gonna feel like say the person on the video, you that think about them, you enjoy yourself with them, you create a whole new world with them, then get the best of you. And then me come home now and me I get the 5 seconds. Me can get 5 minutes. So good God, you could spare me. That's all I'm asking for. The 5 minutes that I'm about to give you, spare me. And so I kind of have some issue with that.
All right.
Oh, wow.
All right, we're gonna dip in the pot again. Sasha, you wanna dip again?
Okay. Okay, so would you give up sex for Lent?
What?
Only for people give up only for things.
Them a pay me? I mean, I could.
40 days?
I mean, it's 40 days. I think I've gone longer than that. But
40 days.
my thing is, are we just talking about sex? Are we talking about orgasm? It's a difference, you know, because if I'm going to give up sex, does that include masturbation? Masturbation is a thing, you know. Masturbation is considered sex? And from my knowledge, I don't think so. So the question is a bit vague. I want to know, am I going to give up everything that has to do with a sexual activity and a sexual experience, sex, masturbation, and orgasm and all of that?
We're talking
Everything.
about
Oh,
everything.
wow.
Everything.
40-year-old virgin express. No sex, no porn, no masturbation, nothing at all.
Well, you know what? I don't know. Sashana, you answer.
I
Probably my answer after
think
you.
I could have managed that.
You don't think I can manage that?
How long can you go without it, though? If you can do 40
I can
days.
go long without it, but
Like what, 24 hours?
months.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go without it.
Yeah. How about you, Kevin?
Yeah, I think I could brave it and go the length, the 40
The 40 days?
40 nights.
Okay,
But
okay.
on the 41st, trouble. Problem.
Kudos to you. How about you, Jerome?
Something
Right?
I could do the 40 days, I can't do the 40 nights. So that's gonna be an absolute problem. The little I know about Lent and growing up in church is generally you give up something that you indulge in, something that you have control over you, right? So generally that's why people maybe give up something. The most we can give up are maybe rice, because I try to lose some weight, maybe soda, cut back from my sugar and follow a Ministry of Health and Wellness. I say about sex, No, me think. May I stick to what Jassel say? Maybe just have protected sex. So we
It's
keep up
safe.
unprotected sex, but 40 days sure, but nighttime I gotta enjoy myself.
Yeah, I think I'll go 20, and then
You
I
see-
can rest the
oh,
other 20. Yeah.
Okay, so you're going halfway.
Yeah.
But who you think does better without sex? You think male or female? Who
I mean, it's always
who can
double
manage?
standard for me. I don't know. What do you think, Sashana?
I think females can do longer without sex.
Yeah, I agree with that too.
Men are too easily aroused. So, yeah.
I mean, it's wired in us. I'm gonna speak for all men right now.
Not all
Yeah, it's
men.
wired in us. It's not like women who. If you look at even other species, women are on heat sometimes. Man, always ready. We don't need no extra special.
But you have women like
food
that.
or-
Me always ready. So talk the talk. Me I go ready.
But I mean, I guess that
So,
that
it
would make
depends.
that would make you among the minority of women in terms of always being ready. Yes, we know you have women who have a high sex drive and all that, but in general, they don't compare to males in terms of always being ready, always wanting sex all the time.
Okay.
So
Well, I guess I can attest to that. Jerome?
I generally think, as Calvin said, I think we're biologically wired. Even when you wake up in the morning, you don't have to do nothing. You're just ready. Like, at 6 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you're fully at attention. Anything pass your wave, anybody in your bed, your body. So for many, it's a little bit more difficult. It takes more discipline for men. We can only talk through my experience. Sometimes I really and truly, when you wake up, you say, before you even pray, that's the first thing for your mind, because your body just designed the way. It's true. Every man can tell you that the first thing you wake and say, you just
What kind of pray? You pray before you eat? What?
There's definitely truth to that, but we have to go on a quick break right now. So if you're
Yes.
to follow us, join us again after the break. It's JASL After Dark.
Okay.
All right, if you are just joining us, you're listening to JASL After Dark, brought to you by Jamaica AIDS Support for Life on the Bridge 99 FM. Reminding you, the best gift is that gift to give yourself. That's taking care of your health and ensuring that you know your status. You can contact Jamaica AIDS Support for Life to get tested for HIV and syphilis, or if you are living with HIV to start treatment, you can call us at 876-925-0021.
All right. So we have in studio with us Sushana Gabe Teaser and
Right.
adult film star who will be a part of our X-rated Convos. Is the adult industry a risky one? So I want us to get right into it. I'm excited about the topic. I want to know a whole heap of things and a bag of things. I
Okay.
just want you to keep it real,
Okay.
and just let us know what it is, okay? So how long have you been a part of the adult entertainment industry?
All right. So I would say 2 years now.
2 years?
No, yeah, 2 years.
2 years.
And some, yeah.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right. So it's important that the viewers know a little bit about you. You
Okay.
know, like, can you share with us what it was like growing up? Like, who is Sashana Gabe Teaser?
Lord. Growing up, I was Sashana,
Right.
born in Kingston, Jamaica. And, I'm a porn star. And, so, yeah, so, humble individual otherwise from being a porn star. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
So,
Sashana, I have a question for you, because when I think about, maybe I'm stereotyping, but when I think about porn star, I know the first thing comes to my mind is like, oh, you just find a job that you enjoy. That's what you really do. Because you enjoy sex, that's why you end up becoming a porn star. Is that true?
That's definitely true. I love sex. So that's why, when OnlyFans came about, it was like easy to do. So, sex, and more sex. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. Me like that.
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people may be thinking that, as what Jerome say, you just love sex.
you say
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah, you love sex, love sex, emphasis, love sex. Like, so we want to know, why are you doing this? Tell us what led you to be in this entertainment industry.
As I said, it was around COVID time, and nothing na go on. Everybody had talk about OnlyFans, me jump on it. It never worked good at first, so look a bit down the line, me have patience, and then it does kick off the way it want to kick off. So
So walk us through your first time, being in the industry. What was that like?
I was like worrying about what people would think and what people would say. It's all about people. But then at the end of the day, it's about what I think. So we just continue pursuing.
So when you recorded your first video, did you show anyone for feedback? How did you feel?
I didn't show anyone the video for feedback. I just uploaded it and just said, okay, everybody, I guess somebody knows, so let's see, how it would actually work out for me.
Okay. All right. So considering that this is your job,
most people say it's not a job, but
me have to go work, Calvin have to go JASL, have to go fetish, and we have to do a lot of things. So we do have days where we get up and feel like, listen, I'm not in the mood to work today. It go for you. You get up and
just get up and bed and just
have sex. It's
not about sex.
What is it about?
OnlyFans is not about sex, because we can just get up and say, lie down in a nice position and take a picture or a video. Me can maybe drop like a one video maybe the next day or probably a week from now. So it's not about sex all the time. Sometimes, So you
don't have to be doing a sexual activity
every time. We just
can
kind of lie down and just,
Okay.
So, yeah.
But whenever it is for you to create content, do you enjoy having sex? Even though you say you love sex, but is it something that you really enjoy to say, okay, I'll have to, because it's work, So you have to tell yourself, no, you know what, I got to create content. I want to have sex, amazing sex, some amazing sexual experiences so I can put it on my OnlyFans. How do you feel about that some days?
Some days, all right, being on OnlyFans, doing sexual act, you're not so much feeling it every time, because you have to feel something, connection with somebody that you're having sex with. So if me meet a man on the road now or anywhere, it's like go straight right into it, and it's not like I'm actually feeling something 90% of the time. So it's like, something like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Sashana, my question, I have a few questions for Sashana.
Okay.
In terms, I'm going back based on something that you said. So you said, you talk about this being work for you, it's your actual job.
Yes.
Regardless of what people want to think or say about it. With work, generally people have to do research, right? You have to find out what people like and what work. So, firstly, in terms of OnlyFans, what was that like? Oh, if somebody you see that they subscribe and sign up to it, how did you find out about OnlyFans?
No, it was all about the place. Whether you search on Facebook, IG, it was everywhere. Oh, people is making $1,000, $10,000. So me I said, nothing wrong with me. I can make maybe 20,000 US. What about that, So it was like, I started off and then, it worked for me.
Okay, in terms of the research also, so was it a case where you subscribe to anybody's channel? Because the thing is that porn, as we know, you can type in a Google and you see it. So did you subscribe to anybody's OnlyFans to see the type of content they have on their page to say, so that's something me would have to do?
No. Everything that show over Twitter. So you never have to really subscribe. Once you just scroll up on Twitter, you'll be like, the idea look nice, maybe we can try it. So it wasn't a case where I have to subscribe to anybody if you actually get ideas and be into it. I stroll and I say, in another position, then maybe we can do something better than that. It's always to do better.
Okay.
Yeah, so since speaking of doing better, you say person make 1,000 and make 5,000. Was it as financially feasible as you thought it would be?
When I started out, I can't forget my first $34 US. I made my first 1 month, $34 US, and then it kicks off from there, so to hundreds, and so it wasn't good at first, but it picked up months down the line.
Okay, so what kind of investment do you have to buy? I mean, you buy new equipment, you have to buy a new phone, you have to spend on makeup. What kind of investment have you put into making this?
All right, like lingeries, dildos, all type of toys. We go everywhere. So it was mostly like, toys and lingeries and, maybe some costume, just look like a witch. Something creative.
What?
Something creative, So, yeah.
But you know what I want to find out, Sashana? You say you love sex. So my thing is, before you said it was COVID. COVID was 2020. So were you always like a sexual person before you decided to say, okay, I'm going to go into this industry? Like, were you always a sexual person?
No, I wasn't really a sexual person until I got into OnlyFans. And everybody, more on this. So it's like, I get more into the sex thing. It's like, I enjoy it when I started doing OnlyFans. I love it before. I liked it, but I love it more when I started doing OnlyFans. Cause
When you
them,
started to
yeah, like me
explore.
that do one video now and somebody say no, someone in another position. So it's like each time is there something else, and each time trying to please my fans, I have to be doing it and having more sex. So yeah.
What I want to know from Tashana in terms of recording. So we know you have your videos out now, but before you started putting on OnlyFans, were you doing this with yourself and your partner just for your own keepsake, or you recording and keeping it on your phone type of thing?
No, I have a partner, people, man, me used to record with at that time. I record my first video. It was a BJ video and put it up on Pornhub. If people can go up on that was my first upload video. People, man, it wasn't mine. So, from there, some I put out other content until I go into the random type of content.
In terms of like promotion for you, so like for this show, for research purposes, someone could have asked the question and I would have gone through your Twitter page. So that, big up to Twitter. But in terms of promotion, because with any job, Petish can tell you that for her it would be in terms of going on radios, doing interviews, for JASL the same thing. So for you, how do you promote your content and get people to actually subscribe?
All right, so I put out a little teaser that people would actually wonder like Wagwan. So it's like Telegram promote this, so IG me promote this, so you can't really post anything by IG. I have X videos, Pornhub, Twitter, so many things. I promote my content them pan, so yeah, I promote it on a lot of sites. Okay. So that's how I promote myself.
All right, cool. But question before the break, for people who want to know what's your subscription fee, because people are listening now, they're gonna look you out. Is there a length period? Is there any special deal or anything?
All right, no special deal at the moment because I'm a big deal. So no deal right at the moment. But my subscription is $13.99. And our free page, which it's free to subscribe.
Oh.
All right, cool.
Okay.
What's the name of the page?
All right, so the free page is Sashi_Gabe Teaser, and the paid page is Sashana_Gabe Teaser.
All right, so we'll pick that up right after this break. It's 9:30 on the Bridge 99 FM. This is JASL After Dark. All right, welcome back to JASL After Dark, brought to you by Jamaica Aid Support for Life on the Bridge 99 FM. We are here talking to adult film star Sashana Gabe Teaser, but we have Dr. Philip Coombs here on set with us tonight. Welcome, Doc.
Thank you very much. Respect. Good to be back.
Good to be back. Yes, yes.
Welcome back.
So, Doc.
Okay, enjoying the conversation.
Yeah, so far, healthy discussion.
Healthy discussion.
I saw you on your phone. Were you signing up for subscribing for anything?
No.
Does that mean no because you subscribe already?
Nope.
All right, thanks for joining us.
So Doc, we want to know, is there such a thing as having too much sex?
No, there is not actually. Different sexologists and doctors as well who studied in has different PhDs and so on. They will tell you that there is no such thing as too much sex. Sex is healthy. It's a good part of your daily routine. It should be, as long as it's done safely and in a protected way.
They said daily. That's the only thing I heard in all of that.
Yeah, all I heard was daily.
Like a vitamin. All right, so you can go.
No, but I was saying that I did hear Doc say that sex should be done safely. So, which brings me to my next question, right? In terms of what is happening on the ground when you think about unprotected sex and the consequences of that. Do you have any data in terms of what's happening with HIV?
Well, overall, right now, in Jamaica, we have they've estimated persons who have HIV, whether you know it or not, to be roughly over 30,000 people. For persons who know that they have HIV, it's slightly smaller than that, about maybe 25,000 or so. And then persons who actually have HIV, regardless of if they know or not, and that they're on antiretrovirals, that's roughly about 65% of persons, which is not bad in the grand scheme of things, but at the same time, it's important that persons get tested. Because HIV is on the rise, especially within a younger age group. And I think that's mainly because of poor education and also just, not having protected sex. That could be for more reasons than one, that person's maybe practicing that. But overall, yes, it's something that we try to encourage persons to get tested for and to be very mindful of.
Okay. All right, Doc. So for some people who may have bumps or rashes on their sexual organs, you know, they may feel embarrassed or ashamed going to the doctor. What would you say to them?
Yeah, man. So, I mean, all right. I'm glad you asked that question because the truth is, you know, sexually transmitted infections are very common. So you have persons who will present to hospitals or clinics because they have something that doesn't look usual to them, whether it is on their private parts or their anal or their mouth and so on. But it's not something that you should, you know, shy away from. It might be very embarrassing, yes, but at the end of the day, your health is very important. So we always try to encourage persons to not be ashamed, but if you're concerned about something, don't second guess it. You know, come straight to a doctor, go to a health center, go to a clinic, get it checked out. So usually when they come in, you know, they might act a bit shy. And they say, boy, you know, I have this thing for a while and, you know, it look kind of funny. And especially the man them, I said it last week, them don't like to go to hospital because them very ashamed, you know, the masculinity, them sexuality, them don't like to seek help. So that's one of the main issues that we have, especially as the male, the Jamaican man population.
Right.
You know what I mean? So essentially, we try to encourage them, try to let them understand that there's a place of confidentiality. When they come into the hospitals, when they come into the clinics, we let them feel comfortable, we let them feel safe. And once they start to voice their complaints, then we start to act on that and so on. So, you know, we don't shame them, we don't bash them, but we let them understand what is going on. And how it is managed and so on, because enough people think so when them have one bump and so I hate that, you know. Cough me. You know what I mean?
That's
you tell them, say, no man, you're good man, just don't worry yourself, you get your injection, educate them, you know, counsel them. That's one of the most important things as well. As a doctor, you have to encourage educate your patients and counsel them about sexual health and practices.
Yeah, you mentioned going to the doctor and all of that and getting tested and getting treatment, but we want the listeners and viewers also to know that here at JASL, Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, we do provide free HIV and syphilis testing, and we treat HIV and other STIs as well. If you come into the doctor and you come into the clinic, we provide treatment.
Good.
A question I wanted to ask Doc based on what he was saying. So, yeah, especially young people, because you would have mentioned that you see where the HIV is trending higher among young people, right? And Shade spoke about bumps and seeing rashes or things on your sexual organs that are unusual. But outside of the medical side of it, where you're coming, doctor give you an injection or tell you what's wrong with you, the embarrassment, are doctors actually trained to have these type of conversation in terms of like the psychosocial part of it?
Very good question. And the answer to that is yes. During medical school, you do have to go through that training, especially when you do different rotations further up in the clinical part of the program. They teach you about things that, you know, you should try to say, you know, empathy, those things, and you also get tested on it. So yes, you do get educated on that through the whole process of medical school. How to counsel a patient and how to discuss certain sensitive topics, and then you get evaluated on it as well.
Right. And you know, another thing as well, we don't have a lot of discussion and there's not a lot of spaces that speak on men's sexual health and wellness. There's not a lot of highlight on it. So I'm glad you made that point, you know, especially for men who are afraid to come in and discuss matters that are happening to them, which can be harmful to them. So we need to have a lot more spaces and open discussions, you know, as I always say, candid and honest and raw discussions, to say that men, listen, you have to go get checkup too, not just women, but it's very important, you know, for you to highlight your sexual health and wellness as a man in getting checkup. What if a man feel like, man, I forget checkup, my goal and this is that. And then a lot of persons these days, they want to go to Google, they see a bump, they see a rash, as we're still on that topic, even for men and women, they go to Google, them Google what them see, exactly. And then a lot of persons want to do a lot of home remedies. You know, Jamaica, you come from a country you come from, you have a lot of bushmed remedies. We have to boil up the bush and we have to do this and we have to do that, and you know, but I glad you made that point. Like, we need to have more open discussion on that, where men is concerned and their sexual health.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. There's also just a stigma. I don't know if it's just Jamaica alone, but for the typical Jamaican man, again, it's just all about the masculinity thing about it. No, they don't want to seek help. They don't want to seek advice. You know, if you have an issue, it's it's limiting you as a man if you try to reach out. You know, you're weak if you try to go to a doctor because you're having a problem. And I think that is something that we should try and, you know, move away from, because it's causing a major issue, you know, in our health for men and women, you know, and that's how different sexual infections are also passed on as well.
Yeah, and I'm glad
speaking of sexual infections, we want to talk a little bit about syphilis. So tell us, what exactly is syphilis and how is it spread?
Right, so syphilis is actually one of many sexually transmitted infections. It's actually caused from a bacteria that can be transmitted through skin-to-skin contact. So whether or not you have a cut on your skin, it can even penetrate through normal skin tissue. That's significant because you can contract it just from, as I said, skin to skin, having unprotected sex. And also, more importantly, mother to child transmission is very well recorded and noted as well. So for pregnant women who have an active infection, they can actually pass on syphilis to their newborn. And at first, it might not even be recognized, but it can cause further issues during the first weeks of life of that newborn. So it's very important that all mothers get tested for syphilis when they're pregnant, which is actually a standard of care in Jamaica and also globally speaking. So it's an infection caused by a bacteria that is really transmitted through sexual intercourse. It's also well known to be seen in men who practice sex with other men as well. There's also recommendations about treatment and counseling for persons who practice that kind of thing, in terms of how you treat it and how you manage it, and how you recognize it as well.
So what are the implications if it's left untreated, and what's the treatment like?
So that's the thing now. So the thing about syphilis is that first of all, you can start off with just a small bump, what they call a chancre. It's usually just a small looking ulcer that sometimes doesn't have any pain or anything at all. But if it's left untreated, as I said, it's painless. So sometimes a man will see it again. And as a Jamaican man, you're going to look and you say, boy, you know, I see something, but guess what? You know, I do my thing in the dark. And if I not feel no pain, if it not bother me, I not trouble it, me not do nothing to it. You know, them kind of way there. It must go away. The thing about that now, over time, if you don't treat it, it can lead to different, the infection can actually progress. So there are different stages of syphilis. You can have primary, secondary. There's a latent phase and also tertiary syphilis. So the primary one is just when you have the little small bump. After a couple weeks, it will go away. And what can happen is that you can develop a rash all over your body.
So what's the treatment?
So antibiotic treatment. They actually recommend penicillin. Everybody know penicillin, right? So there's like a type of penicillin that they recommend that you can actually get from the doctor, usually 7 to 10 days treatment. And then after that, they monitor you. And what I should also mention before I forget is that if you get treated for syphilis, it does not mean that you cannot get it again. You can still get syphilis after you are treated for it. You understand? So that's something that I want to tell the listeners as well.
So how do you prevent it though?
Well, to prevent syphilis really and truly, as I said, it's a sexually transmitted infection. Protected sex. Protected sex. And they also recommend, when you do your reading with different websites and, you know, World Health Organization, the best way to prevent STIs is to not have sex at all. But
safe
sex. I'm not gonna say that. But I'm just saying that is what they So that's really how you can prevent it. Safe sex and counseling, in terms of speaking to a partner who you are intimate with, having, you know, not.
So basically, our sexual behaviors.
That's correct.
Doc, a lot of persons, I mean, even if they use condoms, they use protection for penetrative sex. But what about oral sex? Does it still passes via oral sex?
That's right. That's right. Because as I say, you can actually have lesions on the mouth as well.
And how do we prevent that if I still want to give oral sex?
Well, you know, you dental can still use protection.
Yeah, because you have dental dam that is used for oral sex experience, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Flavored condoms.
Okay, right.
To spice it up, you know, with flavor. Yes, Jerome.
I know. I would have read somewhere that syphilis is considered to be an opportunistic infection. When I think about like HIV, what does that mean? Put that in layman term for us.
Well, I mean, okay, so in terms of just it being an opportunistic infection, I mean, as it relates to HIV, it has been said that, you know, you can actually contract HIV easier if you have an infection such as syphilis. And generally speaking, if you are infected with any bacteria, virus, or whatever, your body is already trying to fight that infection, and because of that, there is a level of immunocompromise. I don't know if I'm putting
that down
okay,
quickly.
meaning if you have an infection in your body already, your body is going to try to fight off that infection. So if you're then exposed to HIV, you are more likely than a normal person who does not have an infection to fight off the HIV if you were to be exposed to that. So that is why they're saying that once you have an ongoing thing, no matter if it's syphilis or another STI, your risk of contracting another infection such as HIV can be higher.
And I think to add to that as well, I mean, having syphilis, having sores, that creates an entry point for the virus to enter the body. So that's a part of what makes it easier for you to catch HIV. But we're up on another break on JASL After Dark. All right, so we are back on JASL After Dark on the Bridge 99 FM. Welcome back, Sashana.
Welcome back.
So,
welcome back.
We want to get right into it in this last segment before the show ends. And I mean, people say OnlyFans and porn, they're fake. The reactions and the sounds and all of that, they're not real. So do you fake it for the audience?
Sometimes, not all the time. I do. Sometimes you have a fake and come, Same like how in a normal real life, me da fake a come. So why not on camera?
Well, I'm sure Shadi I can tell us that.
I don't believe in that.
Okay.
I don't believe in faking those orgasms,
Okay,
but I
somebody
mean,
want
it's
him-
work. If you have to do what you have to do.
Sometimes you want him hurry up and come, so you just,
You just
give
can't
him a
bother.
come, and him, him like hear that, so him will just come faster. So, yeah.
Okay.
So from the
As a
reason,
man, I can admit that sound is very important. Like, trust
Truly.
me. So make as much noise, and that's why I can't live in an apartment, because that's gonna be a problem for my neighbors, because that does help in terms of you reaching climax.
so you speaking of fake, right? It's a question a lot of persons want to know.
Okay.
I mean, if based on watching your content, you go around and find guys to create videos with. So people want to
Right.
know if is this real or is this out the stage?
It is real, very much real. And not everything people are gonna wonder and speculate, and I'm gonna say, oh, it's real, oh, it's fake. It's up to me to determine if it's real or fake or not, and it's actually real. So, yeah.
So everything when you go in public and listen, this question I want a little walkthrough because you play it safe from night and it's very risky. So I want like when you go in public and you see somebody like do you get aroused or you just say what, me I gotta take you on, and you take on a person and you have sex and you do what you're doing.
You have to have a look.
You have to have a look.
You have to have a look.
Something
like I say,
appealing, something that attracts you to them.
You have to have a look. Like him see you on the road now. Like I say, oh, him look so nice, and him ear well groomed, and him just nice. And I say,
Okay.
But that was a company,
Oh, okay.
If I go missing from work at lunchtime tomorrow, don't call
Alright, so
me.
since you do that in public, have you ever been rejected by anyone? Like, how do you feel? Like, have you ever been rejected?
I have.
And how do you feel after that? Like, does it do something to you?
It's not rejected because it's me. It's rejected because I have the camera.
Oh.
So it's like, most of these men are married men. So, they feel like, something is going to pick up. Like, So it's not because, it's not because, you just...
It's because of the camera.
Right.
So if you turn off the camera, do you still engage
Of course, man.
Okay.
It's very much easy. Very much.
Okay.
So have you ever made a video and decided not to post it?
I have made a video and, it was a risky risk. I'm out here risking it, Yes, so I have a video that I haven't uploaded yet, which a very much risky one. So yeah, I have.
I'm learning a lot from you tonight
Okay.
in terms of, and I think that I have some US dollars, and I think I go invest it. I go subscribe. But one of the feature I know about OnlyFans is that you can maybe do one-on-one and virtual session. Is that something that you do a lot? And is there bigger money in that for you?
When you say virtual, what do you mean? Like
I should ask then. Am I able to come on the platform and get just just seeing me just to see you. I don't have to
Exclusive.
watch the other video. Just an exclusive
Oh
one-on-one.
yeah. It will be a custom video. So say for instance you want to see me in a certain position, or you want me to tell you something where your partner not tell you or do for you. You know you want to do it in our one. You want me to do it in our 1 minute video? Sure, I definitely provide that service for you.
So that's a customized, it's like when you go
You
restaurant.
customize, yes.
Jerome, sound like you want to subscribe now, you know. Listen, that is for after the show. But
But you
like
want
what you
to make sure
mentioned, me not cut you, Jerome, but you know, time is going on us and all of that. But you mentioned just now about risky business, and that's what I want to get into, because you know that's what JASL is all about. And then you know, as an adult store, sex positive boutique, you know, we like to promote sex positivity and talk about syphilis and the STIs and stuff like that. Now you mentioned that it's a risky business, you know. So you're saying that it's a risky business. Like, how do you protect yourself in the business? Why would you say that? Listen, may I run some risk out here, you know? So we want to know, what are the risks that you're running and how are you protecting yourself?
I am running risks, meaning that I really use condom with these random content. And as I said, what makes me different between me and you is because I'm using my phone. Because in regular life, you know, back then when we did a tech man, you know, me that have sex without condom, and we say, oh, you know, so me not have nothing, Ray, and say, I'm right. Yeah, so it's like, you know, you just to have the camera, make it more different. Like say, oh, you're definitely gonna catch something because this man is random. Everybody is random.
Oh,
You know,
okay.
you know, if me and a man attack no one, maybe we have sex for a week. No, like I talk for a week or two, me never have sex without even getting tested.
Right.
So it's like me meeting a man now is like, oh yeah, I wanna have sex with you right now. It's like, and I'm back on my own, me not catching up because, you know, it's in every Jamaican man.
Oh,
It's like,
okay. So what are some of the steps you have taken to ensure that it's a safe experience for you? I mean, times have changed, you know. Back then, it would be easier for us to take the risk, do all the threesomes, the orgies, and whatever, and just see random people and be like, you know, you look good, I'm arrows, I'm one, do the things them. But now it's different. You know, now everybody feel like them nasty and them freaky, and people get involved in things, they want to do things, and they're not protecting themselves. You know what I mean? So, you know, what are the steps that you're taking to ensure that you have a very safe experience? Because you have to protect yourself, you know, no matter what.
Right,
or you're just
right.
out there taking risks and say, yeah, well, no, I just got you coming home, good. And when you do what you do, you just go down by your knee and pray, say, God, I hope
Right,
everything all right.
right.
And me and you in a this. Like, what are the steps that you're taking? Yeah, like you cry, or what you do? Me want to know you have to talk. Because when we are women, you know, when we take risks, you know, one night stand them and all these things. And then we go in it and we get up a morning and pray or run go pharmacy or we do something. So what we want to know what you do. It's a job, you know.
The risk, Lord God, there's not much risk that I would say. You know, afterwards I will get tested.
Oh.
So before, remember me, it's risky business. So before, you know, me not going to say, oh, mega catch something. I'm just saying.
You're just going like positive.
Positive
I work,
mind.
me I work, I'm on money. So you know, God and me and you are going at this.
Right,
That's how you do it.
Right.
All right, you're a brave girl.
Right.
Okay.
That's China. You're all over the internet. I mean, I would have recently seen you in one of the popular newspapers. So you can't hide from your family and friends. What am I say? What's the feedback been like?
My family, I don't really keep friends. So my family, we don't. Me and my family is not really close. So it's not like me I get no feedback from family or friends, you know. So yeah, I'm just doing me right now and living my life to the fullest and not living my life to please people.
Got you.
So, yeah.
One of the things you said is that you kind of go through, seemingly you go through your comments, and based on what your fans say they enjoy, that's the type of content you create. So I want to know, is it a case that you sit down and you watch and say, all right, let's see where Jerome say, me I want it, me I want red lingerie. Calvin say, me I want it, me turn back way a little bit more. That's how you go through your comments. What's the process like for you?
Yes, I would go through it because, you know, I'm all about pleasing my fans. And my fans tell me what to do. You know, not saying everything with them say, me go do it, but, you know, sometimes them idea actually work. Trust me. So, yeah.
But you know what me want to know, Sashana? Listen, as long as you enjoy doing what you're doing and you're being safe, you know, I'm good. Girl, visit me for all your sex toys.
Okay, no problem.
But, like, have you had a relationship since? Like, have you had a partner? Like, you know, what your partner think about this life, or, you know, tell me about that aspect of your life. You know, we've heard everything professional? You know, what's the personal aspect of your life?
My personal aspect.
Do you have a partner? Are you in a relationship?
No, not right now. Not right now. But during the time that I was doing, part-time of OnlyFans, I did have a little man on the side. You know, I was living clean and nice, even though I was doing the risky type of content. But, me tell him, say, all right then, me I do this type of content, don't feel no way. But he was a cool person.
He was very receptive of it. He supported you.
Right.
Okay.
Maybe because he know the way I do too. Man.
Well, that's for another discussion. I
want to know though, did he get uncomfortable at a point and that resulted in things not working out anymore?
No, that wasn't the case. No.
I mean, a lot of time, we sign up for things in the beginning and then realize more than we can through. So
that wasn't the case.
But what has the feedback been online? Bunch of people flocking your DMs. What's that been?
God, the man them, every single body, females, males. Oh my God.
What you say?
Since the article even come out to me, seeking somebody. Lord. But yeah, I'm not seeking anybody.
Do you only do males or you do male and female?
I do male and female, but I'm morely into male.
Into male, okay.
I'm not a problem. So.
Me don't know that.
So I mean, you say you're seeking true love. But do you think finding true love is gonna end up in you changing your career path?
I don't even know how to answer that because I don't think I'm seeking true love right now. Our true love is actually seeking me because I'm a porn star. Come on.
Soon, it will soon find you.
Tashana, my question to you, would you date a guy that is in the porn industry?
No.
Too risky. Too risky together.
It's not about the risky.
What is it about?
It's not about the risky. I want somebody where that is low-key. Make me be the Ike, two of it can be. Ike together.
So you want a balance?
I want me to do the things them and you to stay home and I don't want me to pan the road of the content.
You know what I want to ask you? Most of your subscribers, like, you see them age, like, the country that they're from, like, are most of your subscribers from Jamaica or abroad?
So I know.
From where?
Jamaica. Yes. Because they want to experience me and I'm in Jamaica, so obviously they're going to subscribe.
Are you nice?
Does it give you a nice porn star? Do you get like age group data as well?
Yeah.
No, but it's not very much, I would have said like 19 to 24. The young men.
19 to 24?
Yeah, would that be like, based on the people them word.
So for the people who are trying to find your content, where can they find you?
I'm easy well to find. You just type in Gabe Teaser.
What is Gabe Teaser?
All right, Gabe.
Explain it for those who don't know.
I love to open things to a wide capacity. So, I'm put the teaser upon it. And, so the Gabe Teaser work well together.
Okay, so for those who wanted to know what Gabe Teaser is about, there you have it.
Right.
Okay, so, I mean, I think that's a good point for us to wrap up this conversation, leaving us wanting to find out more. But thank you so much, Tashana, for being with us on JASL After Dark tonight. Thank you to our listeners. Thank you to our viewers as well. Want to remind you, JASL After Dark is brought to you by Jamaica AIDS Support for Life, and we provide free HIV and syphilis testing, free condoms, free lubes, free pre-exposure prophylaxis as well. So you can check out our social media pages at JASL Info on Instagram, at Jamaica AIDS Support for Life on Facebook, at JASL Tweets on Twitter, on JASL Info on TikTok, and JASL TV on YouTube. Thank you for tuning into JASL After Dark. What we can't talk about in the day, we'll talk about
only at the night.
After dark.
Only at the night. Only in the night.